Good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Nick Banks again, coming at you from all things PlayStation 4. And today I'm going to be talking about Battlefield 1, what the heck happened on, I think it was release day for the open beta. Their servers were down. Not a good start, guys. Not a good start. Although I can't say that because it wasn't actually EA DICE's fault. For those of you who don't know, well, you're the people I'm uploading this video for. It was a hacker group. It was a bunch of trolls. Now, unfortunately, in the instance of any kind of experience that you can go for in life, it's becoming increasingly common for there to be a troll lying in wait under the bridge, just sitting there, getting ready to ruin your experience. And after they've had us, we think, what a bastard, why do you do it? Why do you do it, eh? Well, in the instance of Battlefield 1, when they were hacked, it was by a group called the Poodle Corp. And that got me thinking as well. About 2 years ago, when the PlayStation Network got hacked by another group of hackers, they were called the Lizard Squad. So now we've got the Lizard Squad and Poodle Corp. What is it with these hacker groups? It's almost as if they're naming themselves as a teenage nerd living in his mum's basement would. You know, when you're playing online and you see a gamer tag and you go, God damn, that's a cheesy gamer tag. Why would you call yourself that? Oh yeah, that's right, because you're a freaking teenager. But anyway, that's pure conjecture. They may actually be grown men. I hope they're not calling themselves things like that. I mean, awful. Anyway, so we know that Poodle Corp did it because they posted on Twitter, and they owned it, and they were like, ha ha ha, it was us, we did it all along. But I don't understand. I honestly don't get it, but I'll come on to that in a minute. It just leaves me with the assumption that they just wanted to pee everyone off. They just wanted to pee on one big epic bonfire. And like a lot of epic bonfires, a little bit of pee isn't going to be enough to put it out for good. No doubt EA DICE will extend the duration of their beta to capture as many new people as they possibly can. It's probably not their first rodeo. So calling it a hack, as a lot of the newspapers do, is actually a very broad term. What actually happened, what Poodle Corp actually did, was a DDoS attack. Now, some of you out there may be familiar with what that is, but for those of you who aren't, according to Google, a DDoS attack is a distributed denial of service. It's the type of computery, hacky, matrixy attack that Google defines as an attack where multiple compromised systems, which are often infected with a Trojan, are used to target a single system, causing a denial of service. So by definition, through a special delivery, it turns the Mona Lisa into a polished turd. And this is what happened to the Battlefield 1 servers. Once Poodle Corp were done dropping cyber Trojan turds in there, those turds are then recognised by the host server as genuine traffic until the bandwidth can't take it anymore, and down it goes. So, as I say, this wasn't EA's first rodeo, and at the time of putting this video up, obviously, as you can see from the footage here, they've got it up and running again. But I don't want to digress into the technicalities of hacking and all that boring malarkey. Coming back to the topic at hand, it just boggles my mind why people do this. I mean, what did Poodle Corp stand to gain from doing this? It's as if there's some guy in his basement going, I'm going to teach the world a lesson, I'll shut down the Battlefield 1 servers, they'll show them. I mean, I'm not super mad. I was a little bit annoyed. I was like, ooh, finally, I'm going to play this thing. Only to find that the servers were down, and a little bit of research told me that this had happened. I'm just trying to figure out why. Do they get a kick out of watching people complaining? If they do, I mean, you know, they can get a job at the Fox News Help Centre. I mean, they must know they're changing absolutely nothing here. You honestly expect me to believe they just did it for the lols? The lols, because they got a little bit too excited shouting YOLO at each other. I mean, some people, man. What is kind of interesting, though, about this whole event is the way that it affects other areas of the industry. It shifts the focus in terms of user traffic on what could be the all-important release day for other developers. According to GameRant.com, this event, inverted commas, impacted on Madden NFL's servers. It doesn't quite go into saying what kind of impact that was, but it's interesting to think how one developer's doom can be another developer's glory, and it all depends on those precious few days around release. And like I said right at the start of this video, guys, bear in mind EA is not to blame for this, so they shouldn't really be losing any face from your perspective. There's no way they could have seen a DDoS attack coming. Besides, by the time this video goes up, their tech wizards, as you can see, have fixed the whole thing. But did you get through the attack on day one and manage to play any? If so, how was your experience? Was it very laggy? Did it work very well? I'd just be intrigued to know how those few who would have gotten through that little server attack would have experienced their game once they got through, or if it was a case of playing for about 5 seconds and ended up getting booted out as well. As always, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, guys. This is me signing off for all things PlayStation 4. See you next time, folks.